Philadelphia news, team of my heart.
The Sixers' three-point shooting has been a struggle, and you know the pain of seeing missed opportunities pile up. Could a smart trade fix this weakness? In this Sixers news, we break down the perfect target to solve the problem. Don't miss more Sixers news. Subscribe now and stay ahead.
The Philadelphia 76ers have a glaring issue staring them in the face: consistency from beyond the arc. You've seen it, game after game, promising possessions that end with a wayward three-pointer or a shooter hesitating just long enough to let defenders close out. The numbers don't lie, and neither do the eye tests. Right now, this team is sinking at a miserable 32.1% from deep, one of the worst marks in the league. That's just not good enough when you're trying to contend in an Eastern Conference that may not be stacked, but still requires precision to stay afloat. Now, think about what this means for the Sixers' top-tier players. Tyrese Maxey's explosive drives to the rim? They demand space. Joel Embiid's dominance in the post? It needs room to breathe. The supporting cast? They've been hit or miss at best, and let's be honest, you can't pin all of it on injuries. Guys like Kelly Oubre Jr., Kyle Lowry, and Eric Gordon have had moments, sure, but none have consistently provided that deadly touch from distance. It's like trying to light up the Wells Fargo Center with half the bulbs burned out. And here's where the Sixers front office needs to step up. The trade window is cracking open, and it's the perfect chance to reshuffle the deck. You can't just sit back and hope things fix themselves. Teams that contend don't wait for the stars to align, they make moves to align them. Right now, the Sixers need a sharpshooter, a player who thrives in catch-and-shoot situations, someone who doesn't hesitate when the ball swings their way. You need a guy who knows his role and delivers without needing a ton of touches. Picture this: a veteran presence who's been through the grind, someone who knows what it takes to hit big shots in big moments. Not a flashy scorer or a high-maintenance star, but a plug-and-play sniper who can get hot and stretch defenses when the game is on the line. That's the type of player who could take this team's offense to another level. A guy who makes defenses think twice about doubling Embiid in the paint or collapsing on Maxey when he's in attack mode. The Sixers have to think smart, though. You don't need to swing for the fences with a blockbuster deal, that's not the move here. The market is full of undervalued players who can fill this exact need without draining the team's resources. It's about being efficient and strategic. Find the player who fits seamlessly into Nick Nurse's system, someone who can defend their position, hit open shots, and bring a little extra edge to a team that could use it. This isn't just about stats or contracts. It's about momentum. You've got a Sixers squad clawing its way back from a tough start, and there's no room for half measures. The East is wide open in places, but every missed opportunity to improve the roster is a step backward. The solution is out there, and it's time to make it happen. You know the frustration of seeing missed opportunities, especially when the solutions feel just out of reach. This season, the Sixers' lack of reliable shooting has been a glaring issue, and you've witnessed how it impacts the entire flow of the game. When a team can't stretch the floor, it's like watching them play with one hand tied behind their back. Defenders sag off, clog the lanes, and make life miserable for your stars. Joel Embiid? He's constantly battling double and even triple teams in the post because opponents aren't worried about consistent threats from beyond the arc. Tyrese Maxey? His blazing speed and ability to break down defenses lose their edge when defenders know they can recover without worrying about a lethal shooter waiting in the corners. Even role players like Kelly Oubre Jr. or Eric Gordon aren't finding the rhythm that makes defenses pay attention. And you feel it, the weight of missed potential hanging over this team like a cloud. This is where you look to the trade market for answers. With December 15th marking the unofficial start of trade season, there's no excuse for the Sixers to wait any longer. You've got to act before other teams scoop up the best fits. The goal here isn't to land a star, but to find that one piece that fills a glaring hole. You're not looking for a player to carry the load, you need someone who knows their role, steps up when the moment calls for it, and understands what it takes to win. The ideal candidate is someone with a proven track record. You need a player who's hit clutch shots in the past, a sniper with ice in their veins who doesn't flinch under pressure. Think about it, someone who thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities, forces defenders to stay glued to them, and punishes teams for leaving them open. That kind of player changes the dynamics on the floor. Suddenly, Embiid has more room to operate. Maxey has clearer driving lanes. The offense flows, and defenses are left scrambling to adjust. But it's not just about offense. This team needs someone who can hold their own on defense too. You can't afford a liability on that end, especially in Nick Nurse's system, which demands effort and versatility from everyone. The right addition has to bring energy, discipline, and a willingness to do the dirty work. It's about finding balance, a player who doesn't just score but also helps tighten up the team's overall game. The best part? You don't need to break the bank for this. The Sixers can explore low-cost options that fit within the current structure without giving up significant assets. A veteran presence who's undervalued by their current team could be the perfect target. Someone who's stuck in a reduced role but still has the skills to make a real impact. You don't need a blockbuster, you need a smart, calculated move that addresses the problem head-on. This team has too much talent to let these issues linger. Every game that passes without addressing this glaring need is a missed chance to climb higher in the standings. You see it as clearly as anyone, the Sixers can't afford to wait. So, here's the big question for you: have you already figured out which player would fit perfectly into the Sixers roster? Someone who's proven they can shoot the lights out, knows what it takes to thrive in high-pressure moments, and wouldn't cost the team much to acquire. Think about it, this is a player who's no stranger to Philly, who's already shown you what they can do when surrounded by talent like Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. If you're thinking of someone who's a sniper from beyond the arc and has a history of stepping up when needed, you're on the right track. Imagine the impact of adding a sharpshooter who instantly makes defenders second-guess, collapsing on Embiid. Someone who spaces the floor and forces opponents to pick their poison. This is the kind of player who doesn't just improve the offense, they transform the way the game is played. Maxey's driving lanes open up. Embiid's post moves become even more unstoppable. The entire rhythm of the team shifts, giving you the confidence that every possession can end in points. But here's the best part: you don't have to give up the farm to get them. This player isn't in a starring role with their current team and wouldn't command a heavy price in the trade market. That's exactly the kind of move you want to see the Sixers make: smart, calculated, and impactful. This isn't about a flashy acquisition, it's about finding the right piece to fix a glaring weakness. Now, you've been patient, waiting to hear the name. It's Seth Curry. Yes, Seth Curry, a player who was a fan favorite during his time in Philly, someone who knows how to knock down big shots and thrives in the catch-and-shoot game. His accuracy from three-point range is exactly what the Sixers need right now. And let's not forget his familiarity with Embiid's game and the energy he brings to the court. Seth Curry can be the solution to a problem that's held the team back all season. You know it, I know it, and the Sixers front office needs to know it too. Bringing him back would be a win-win, for the team, for the fans, and for the championship aspirations you've been waiting for. Now, I've got to ask you, did you already guess it was Seth Curry, or did this surprise you? Let me know in the comments, because I want to hear what you think about this potential reunion. And while you're here, don't miss a beat of Sixers news and updates. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon right now. You don't want to miss what's coming next as the Sixers make their moves in the trade season. Your support keeps this community going strong,